there, welcome to 20 for 20. My name is Kathleen with the Elks National Foundation. Today I'm joined by Daniel Dischinger, a 2021 Top 20 MVS Scholar sponsored by Cynthiana, Kentucky, Lodge number 438. Thanks so much for joining me today, Daniel.
Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, first I'll have you just kind of introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Well, I am Daniel Dischinger. I'm from Kentucky, and I grew up in the area surrounding Louisville.
Awesome. And you're actually in your second semester at the University of Louisville. So you're kind of close to home, but how's that been going so far, and how's school?
School has been doing pretty well. With my second semester, it feels like I found my niche. The first day of college was a very jolting experience. Nothing quite like what you see before. You take like plenty of dual credits and APs and whatnot, but nothing. Yeah, but nothing is quite the same as your first night away from home.
Yeah, definitely. I remember that being very hard and like weird to not be sleeping in your own bed in like a completely different place. And what are you studying at the University of Louisville?
I am studying computer science engineering at the University of Louisville Speed School. There's a little engineering program.
That's awesome. And what do you want to do with your degree? There's so many places to go with computer science.
Yeah, I predominantly am studying it to become a software engineer. I've been on and off programming since as early as fifth grade, and I've started to realize that just like I might actually be pretty decent at it. Yeah. What I really want to do with it is I'm early in my sort of academic career, so nothing's set in stone, but I'm currently interested in machine learning. I'm interested in logistics, such as shipping companies, USPS and whatnot, and developing self-driving vehicles and dealing with all the logistics to make packages and transportation cheaper and more efficient.
Yeah, that's amazing. I feel like right now that's especially timely with so many kind of like delays in shipping and things like that. And obviously with the rise of self-driving cars. So that's really cool that you're kind of able to focus on that field and enter it at a time when it's really kicking off. And something that's really important to our Elks scholars, besides what they want to do in the future, is service. So what does service mean to you?
Service is understanding that you can always do better, or that there is always one more step that you can optimize this. Yeah, a lot of people will try to phrase service as this like grand ordeal. You have to be a Buddhist monk devoting your life to this, or you have to be like Bill Gates dumping millions upon millions on research, or you have to be one of the researchers themselves curing cancer. And just like, I don't know about you, but I'm not curing cancer anytime soon.
Me either.
Yeah, it's kind of like, service is all about the more intimate and close relationship, such as the recent service I've done was with my Boy Scout troop. We built dog beds for the Humane Society, and that was really nice because it felt personal. It wasn't some grand ordeal that's like this is going to save lives on the other side of the world. It felt close to home, that I will get to see that I've actually done good.
Yeah, that's amazing that you got to do that. And I feel like you don't always hear a lot about service projects involving animals. And I think it's so cool to be able to take part in that, because I remember from the leadership weekend, you are very fond of your dog. So I think that is something that resonates with you, and it's really cool that you got to take part in that and, do something that was close to your heart and close to your home. And now what, are you an Eagle Scout? I can't remember.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
great. So what was that kind of journey like for you to become an Eagle Scout?
Certainly unorthodox. I was actually in the Boy Scouts of America since first grade. That at the time, that was the earliest they'd let you in. A few years ago they lowered it to kindergarten. Um, but yeah, I've been with Boy Scouts for America for a long time. Stayed up there till I was in about eighth grade. Then took a 2 year break, and then like my sophomore year, me and my mom were talking about it, and just like, you already put in like 8 years into this. Finish the job.
Yeah, might as well keep going. That's really cool and something that not a lot of people achieve. So that's awesome that been able to reach that level in the organization. And obviously that involves a lot of service with it as well. Um, so what is being an Elk Scholar going to help you achieve?
uh, Most clearly, my degree itself. Like I don't know if I could have accomplished this without having gotten here without the assistance of the Elks Lodge. A couple months ago, I ended up heading down to Ashland to for a Elks event, and just like while the drive was a fair distance, it kind of revived the communal aspect of service, and that like this is a community and we all want to do better and unite with and people.
Mhm. Yeah, it definitely, I think something that I've taken in, especially in the past year with the Elks, is how much of a community it is. So that point that you just made, that like revived that feeling for you, is very, I think I've seen that so much always in my work, but also especially with COVID and things like that. And what makes you an Elk Scholar?
Oh, well, I guess that kind of goes back to the Elks as a service organization. And it goes back to the nature of what is service, and it's the notion that I can always do better. Is that the world will not stop up around you. So yeah, it's kind of like understanding that like there is no plateau where where you can just wipe your hands and say you're done. It's the notion that you can always do better and the desire to. Like I'm not improving out of some sense of doing it. I'm doing it because I know there are greater things in store for all of us.
Yeah, I love that. You're always reaching for new heights. And I think that's something that a lot of Elk Scholars um, also look for. They're always looking for ways to improve and to make the world a better place. So I really appreciate your perspective on that. And what's something that you're passionate about outside of academics and service?
Let's see, my passions outside academics and service. So, well, I'm a computer science major. I love like all the computers. I love all the technical thing. I enjoy like repairing electronics. Nothing quite beats the feeling of being able to take like a broken phone with like a shattered screen or whatnot, or be able to pull something out of the trash and using a little bit of soldering, being able to turn it into something functional.
Mhm.
Also love a few of the mechanical things. Like I'm not adverse to getting some steel dust on my hands, and I love just kind of play around in the garage.
Yeah.
Also, really love ping pong.
Oh my God. That's a fun hobby. Do you have a ping pong table like at home, or
Yeah,
you have one in your dorm at school?
and technically that's broken, and they're out of balls.
Yeah.
And,
Um, that's
and
really cool. That's a fun hobby to be a part of. And yeah, that's really cool that you also can take your what you're studying and what you're interested in professionally and do things for fun with it. I know my brother loved, he built his own computer and has repaired likes to repair electronic stuff in like his free time. And I could never do that, but he finds it very fulfilling.
What's the old saying? If you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah, that's so true, especially with this. And if you could say anything to the Elks, what would you say?
There are so many things to say, but I love the commitment to the community and the nation that we can, as I said many times, that we can always do better. It's kind of a reminder that just like everything you accomplish hasn't been entirely on your own. You've always had a support network. You always had your parents or your grandpa or people generations ago to build on every road you tread on. And it's kind of fascinating too. And I love that Elks is taking the next step, and someday I would like to help them.
Yeah, they're definitely building a legacy of community and of service and rallying around one another. And that's something really exciting to be a part of. And it's exciting to hear you say that that's something that you notice and that you want to be a part of in the future too. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Daniel. It was great speaking with you. If you like the show, hit the like button below and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for connecting with the #Elks family. See you next time. Bye.
Yeah.